Hi there again, it's Artymaze, and this is part 10 of the filling and decorated the blank junk journal. Gosh, I can't believe how many parts it's been, and it has been fun. I mean, yesterday's video was so funny. I'm still laughing about it actually, but anyway, I've put the tags in here, and I think I'm going to put them in the middle here. I'm still going to do some stenciling in the background there, and I worked out what I was going to do with this. So I thought I'd make it into an envelope, and all I've done is just fold it over there, which I'll glue that down, and then we've got our envelope. I had to reinforce this edge a bit because this paper was a little bit floppy, and I didn't want that once, you know, because I've put a band on it, just a kiddies elastic band, you know, hair band that you do for a closure. I didn't want it pulling out, so I've reinforced that. So that was what I done there. So I'll get on and do that in a minute. I hope you all are well and enjoying this. Well, you have been enjoying the series. Thank you very much, because I've had lovely comments, and it's actually been a pleasure, real pleasure. It's been so nice. I've had so many interactive comments as well, and it's lovely to know that people actually. Oh, and when because this is, I sewed the button on here for that, sorry, and I just sewed it on because we can do that here, and I've just put a bit of glue over it to stop anything, you know, to strengthen that in case continually pulling it might rip the paper. And I also put a bit of glue on my knot in the signature there, because I'm not having strings coming out, so I shall glue this envelope down. Just make sure there's some under there. I do find the glue's drying really quickly now in this heat. It's supposed to be 27 here today, so it gets hot. I can't bear it in here about 2 o'clock when the sun comes in. It's just because it's sort of straight away on my work, so I leave them for a bit. But at night, I come in here last night for an hour just to play around, because the sun was so hot in my sitting room. I came in here and it was nice and cool, so that was that. So what I'm going to do is most probably make a tag after that's stuck down, make a tag for in here, but I'll leave that alone while it dries. Just put that there, and that's that. I found out what I was going to do here. I found some lace to go on that, so I'll get on and stick that down today. And I thought I would put that on there, and then that will cover that raggedy bottom there. So that's what I'm going to do there, and I'm going to glue it down in each of these as well to secure it, but we'll still have pockets. So I'll put a good dollop on this side, and then I'm going to glue in here. Of course, that's my work colleagues. Well, you know, I don't hairdress anymore. They run the hairdressers, and I told them, I said, oh, we were chatting last week, it was on the video. They're, oh no, but they've forgotten already. Right, I thought I'd better tell them I was videoing, just in case they start talking about anybody. Oh dear, that was quite funny. Right. This one down here. This is where I cut the page, I expect. I want to cut that trail off there, do we? Okay. Oh, my head might be in shot there, sorry. I've been tea staining this morning again, so well I tend to do it every morning, and then because I've got a little area in my studio where I leave loads of papers tea staining, and they all dry by tomorrow, so I'm getting quite a collection now. I don't use my oven at the moment, 'cause in this weather anyway, only as well because I blew my last one up. So my husband bought a new oven. He says, now you've got the studio, do you think you could not tea stain in the kitchen? I'm like, oh, all right then. But in the winter I am, so, and of course he's not at work now, he's retired, so, and I don't mind, and I've got loads more than I had before, because I just do it every night, and I just do all different things, and I literally just leave it. Right, let's make sure that's, so we leave that to dry. Got some, found some eyelash yarn, so I thought I'd put that on the end of the tags here. Just cut 3 pieces ready and put them on. These are the tags we've done earlier in the series. Oh, I've got to go food shopping tonight. Don't like Friday nights. I've got to go there. Lots of kids will go hungry and they won't be very happy. Yeah, because I'm going to put, there'll be more of those in there. And if they're a bit long, I just trim them off. I think it's a little bit long, really. Okay, and that's nice, yeah, it's still drying a little bit actually, so out comes the acetate just in case, and I'll leave that in there while it's totally dry so I can carry on. Right, what I think I'll do is I'll show you how I work on this before it gets too big to do it. So I'm going to stencil and stamp on there, because that's the page that, remember, we originally gessoed, because I found it a little bit too pink and too bright. So get the stencils. Yep, that one there. Actually, I might have enough on my sponge still from yesterday, so I won't apply any at the moment until I know. Yeah, it's quite a bit on there, so I'll go very gently. I need some more of these actually. I have to go to the pound shop again and get some. I'm just literally. I'll check, I'll hold it down, just have a little look. Actually, that's all right. Enough for there. Okay, I've got my stamp, and I'm not going to use a block with it because again I want it randomly done, and I always start off with the lightest. Yeah, that's great. It's perfect. Come down a bit there. just want some up there. And that's it, look. That's fine. That's how it should look. Thankfully, so that's that page done. I've got some more to do, haven't I, of those under this envelope, for instance. I need to finish this envelope. I'm going to put some gold gilding on this over here. Just dot it around. I think that will bring that up a little bit. So we need to stencil this one as well. Let's try and pick a different area of the stencil this time. This one is actually running out, so I know it's going to be light. So I had a few yesterday, didn't I? It was really, really wet. Quite like this bit here. There we go. It worked. And that's it. That's fine. So that's what I do to those pages. And sometimes I use a little bit of the washi tape like I did, which I will show you how. Which, you know, I use on the envelopes and things like that. So that might look a bit odd, but I actually really like it. It's sort of, especially if you've made, you know, a couple of mistakes in your journal. If you've made one mistake and you cover it with washi, follow that through your other pages, and then that mistake doesn't look like a mistake because you've actually, you know, like I might put a bit down here. Because I literally, before I finish the journal, I will go through and add little bits of washi in places. Like I'll put a bit down here, I think. So just to give that page a little bit of pop of colour. And again, that's nice and sticky, that one. So, you know, which has brought another colour in. But this one is going to go up here, isn't it? So. And I might actually put that on card and see if I can make it into a bit of a tuck spot, really. But I think it's not big enough, and I want those strings hanging over the page at the top. So I'm just going to leave it actually as a sticker there. So I'll glue that down now, actually, while I'm here. Come down a bit. That's it. Go. And then I think we need a little bit more, because there's two things that are standing out, and I have to do it 3. So, oh, look at my hands already. So I'm going to put that there. Just make that slightly bigger. And where is my little bit of blue? See, I'm using it. There's a little bit of blue there, I noticed, so we're all right. I'll pick that up now. Yeah. Anybody else addicted to washi tape like me? I love it so much. I've got to buy it wherever I go. If I see some, I have to buy it. Add to my collection. Let's put a bit of gilding wax on this envelope. Yep, and we've got to find something to go in it as well, haven't we? I'm going to put this stamp inside, because I didn't have this stamp when I'd done these envelopes, so. Okay. Right, gilding wax. And this is where I go horribly wrong sometimes. So hopefully there's a bit in the top. Just try and get it so that it's quite flat on my hands. And I'll start on the back of the envelope just in case. Yeah, that's fine. So do you see what I'm doing there? So I can go to the front now. I'll trust myself. Just pick up. I haven't got any, some people have got those nice, you know, gold sprays. I actually think I do have one. I just haven't added the water to it yet. And I need to do that before I've done all the work on it. So again, just very lightly, and it picks up some of those rough edges there. I don't know whether you can see that or not. I hope so. Just a little bit more. What I do is put some in the top like that. Yeah. A bit much on here. So again, I go to the back and I'll start somewhere else, just in case it's a bit heavy. That's fine. It picks up all those raised edges. There we go, and that's finished. So all we've got to do now to that is find something to go inside it. Got a bit of gilding wax all over. Nice seal on that would be nice. I haven't done any wax seals. I bought them and keep meaning to use them. I haven't used it yet, so that's another thing I've got to do. And that can go back in. Maybe a little bit of washi tape down here. Just there, I think. Get that washi tape out. These are, again, these will all be changed later. I'm going to rust them up, so they'll all be different. Yeah, a little bit of washi tape down there. And where did I put that? Just here. Let's have a look. I had a few pieces of card, you know, from the Edith Holden books that I cut out, which I really like this picture here. I love it. So I thought I'd make some of the paperclip embellishments, altered paperclip. I think it was Crafty Irina who first started the original, but we've progressed to the hidden one now, and you know, different things that are going on with those, but I couldn't tell you offhand who done the hidden one, so I'll have to find that out and I'll try and link the video below. So all I done was got, you know, measured a piece of material and stripped it like I did on some of my other things and sew round it. That's all I do. And then, which I've got to here, and I've just put some of that fur trim, because this is about birds and things, and I actually get the feeling this looks like a bit like a nest. So, and I've used it through the book, so I thought I'd use it again. So all we do now is put the paper clip on. I want the big bit to go onto the page so it goes right on, and all we do is cover that paper clip now with some hot glue, and then it sits on the page. So hopefully my hot glue is hot now. So I'll put some on that to keep that stable. And I'll do it quite quick because I don't know, it don't seem to stay hot very long, this one. Give it a good squish down when you so it don't come too lumpy. Actually, I'll do it that way. See? That's well on there. I think I'll just ink that up a bit. That should sit on a page somewhere, which I'll go, oh there it is, my book. Let's have a look. On one of the plain pages. I wouldn't be on a flimsy page though. It has to be on something that's a bit of substance. Right, let's have a look. There's one that's not too bad there, and that's plain, so I'm going to slip that over there. There we go. They sit in beautifully like that. I like it. So I'm going to do a couple more of those, just to use up what I've got here. And I've got some bits that I have got some more of this, but I'm going to use all the little bits because it does look like a nest, doesn't it? I know it's furry, but they pick out, birds pick out all sorts of things, don't they? Right, oh, a bit more there, so I'll utilise that bit that's left there. Okay, I'll go and do that, and then we'll find somewhere else to put the other one. Okay, well, I'll finish the other one as well. So I've stuck that in, that was that one, and I've put that on the back. All right, so because I didn't like seeing the big paper clip on this page, so I've stuck one very gently on the back of it so you can't see it, and all that does then is just slip over the page. And then you've got one covered there as well. So that was that one, and I've done another one somewhere. Here. That's it. That was the bird's egg. And that was, I put that on the back. So, right, so all it is now really is finishing up, to be honest, because as you can see, it's getting rather large. So it's really just the finer details now of, you know, like quotes and things on the pages. I most probably have to do a bit more typing because I haven't got that many quotes left and things. And I also want to find out I've got some things to stick down there. Robert Burns. I had a page with him that I was going to cover up, and I want to find out if he wrote a poem, because I know very little about him, about anything to do with nature, basically, because there he is. I can then use that quote from one of his books down here, so I don't have to cover him up. So, I mean, he was a poet, so hopefully I'll find one, and then I'll just type it out and then just put it on the bottom of the page or something. I found that in one of my pages somewhere, so I'll just cut it out because that's all there was of it, and put it on there because I thought it went quite well. Oh, I've got this little envelope that I make these up. I've got a die from AliExpress. Yes, I do buy things from AliExpress, but I do not buy anything that looks like that is done in this country, because I like to support the UK, of course I do, and I like to support the big companies. I buy a lot from, you know, Tim Holtz and things like that, but occasionally I'll find things that I haven't found anywhere else. So yes, I will buy them, you know, and very cheap. I think this one was £1. Actually, I'll go and find it a minute. Okay, right, where's it? I've got quite a few actually. It's like that. What's the significance of the hole at the back? I have no idea, but I'm going to stick that on there, and then, because I quite like that, and then you've got the little envelope, and then you make them up. So there's that one, and I've got another envelope here. I've got that one, and I've got the Tim Holtz one as well, and I've got that one. That's sort of pocket. That's it for that sort of, you know, pockets and things like that. So they're all handy. Then the rest, I've got some more, but they're from the UK. That's Allied Express, those ones. And the other ones I've got are, you know, like tonic and things like that. So anyway, let's go and stick this on here, because I quite fancy that being stuck there. So I'll do that, because the sun is just beginning to come in, and we're all but finished really. I should finish all the sticking today, and then hopefully before the sun comes around too much, and then the last video will be like the finishing touches, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm just going to put a bit more glue on that, because I'm not use it the envelope as a tuck. It's just I don't want it to go over here. So, yeah. I saw something else that needs sticking down somewhere. Ah, this here. Yeah. Out a minute. I quite like that. And let's stick that sort of here, and then we've got a tuck spot. Hold it there, then I know I just put the glue before my finger. Can't believe this journal's nearly finished. Oh, what to do next, eh? Well, I've got to do one for my kit, from one of my kits, but I've also got to do some giveaways. I think I owe you all about 4. So don't worry, I will make it a good one. What I'll do, I'll have about 3 or 4 prizes, I think, this time. So we'll do like 1 journal, and then I'll do some other prizes. Maybe you would like some free kits as well, you know, just perhaps you could write a comment below and tell me what you would like. I know I'm gonna, of course, do a journal, but I think it'd be nice to give a few prizes out, because I'm over 3,500 subscribers now. And I don't think I've give a giveaway since 500, because I've been so busy, and I can't do a lot through the winter because it was too cold. So next year I'll take things to do, I think, at home. But I am home, but you know, because of the heating. Oh, it was freezing. My teeth was chattering and everything in here, so I definitely wouldn't be able to do any videos. Yeah, so just life has run away, and I cannot believe that I'm, what's it, 3,600 subbies. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible. So a huge thank you to everybody that subscribe. I'm so grateful. Brilliant. And don't worry, we are going to give some giveaways. You know, that's the next thing. Right, that's it, I think. That's stuck down. So, oh yeah, I found that, so need to do that in a minute. That's sat in nice, and I like this colour of this one. Tags in there, so I thought he could come out a bit like so. Yeah, and some glue in here, look. Bit of glue on that lace on, because I fancied this needed something. Oh, and stick my bee in. My sister gave me this. It's like sheet metal. It's really, really fine, and it's sticky backed, but I would use glue anyway. And I'm going to put him just in there, really, because I quite like that. It's like he's flying away. because I've got beads somewhere in the journal, so I just thought it was an addition. I found it, so I thought, oh, I used that there. In a minute. So just let that dry first, and then it's easier to trim. Yeah, right, I need a bit of acetate. Continue. Bit of glare there, it's alright. Right, let's stick this speed down. Yeah, it's sort of, it's very unusual. Oh, so, yeah, I want him so that he's slightly lifted, so I'll glue down those flat like that, and then glue down his body. Yeah, but I think it's got sticky backed. Short hairspray, I hope you can see. I'm moving away from the, oh yeah. Well, I'm not relying on that, so what I'm going to do is only stick the tips down. Be careful, because when the book is shut it will flatten it, so there's no point in having it too three-dimensional, you know, because it won't stay there, not unless it's supported with like a three-dimensional glue. Right, I need to put some under there, so trusty old credit card. A bit of glue on those. Sorry, I have my stomach. Getting hungry, I think. Okay, I like him. I'm probably stealing some more off my sister, because I like those. Yeah, you see, because I've just found them lying around, so I thought, oh, they'll go in here nicely. Oh, big mega tag to go in there. It'll be a Edith Holden one, definitely, because I might make one. Actually, that is going to be perfect. I'll make a big tag out of that. Yeah, that's going to fit in there nice with a bit of, yeah, brilliant. So I will go and do that now. Okay, I made a tag, which, you know, just a normal tag, and just stitched around that image that I said about, and found a little poem to go down there. So, and what has worked out beautifully, which I never even gave it a thought because I've done it to go in here, was where the bird is. You can actually see the bird. One minute. Which was not thought out at all. So I'm just gonna open that a bit. It's just a little bit tight there, I think. For some reason, there we go. So, didn't think it was going to go in then. That's it. And then I can put those back there. It's just something I found that I thought went with it. And you can see the birds. How about that? Was not thought out at all, but that's the way it worked out. So those envelopes there are going to be great for that sort of thing. I like that. Okay, where to now? I think it's literally doing the poems and everything now, so I'm going to leave that for today. And then, yep, sorry about that, my video cut out because my storage was full. So what I was going to say is we'll leave it like that for today. This will be number 10, right? So there'll be another one to do literally all the finishing off with some quotes and things, and then there'll be a flip through. So we have come to the end. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again shortly. Bye for now.